Determine f 2003 of x for the function f of x equals cosine of x. So if f of x equals cosine of x, the first derivative f prime of x will be negative sine of x. The second derivative will be negative derivative of sine is cosine. The third derivative will be the derivative of cosine is a negative sine x times that negative that comes along, and it will go to positive sine x. The fourth derivative, the derivative of the third derivative, the derivative of sine, will be cosine, and it goes back to the original function, which means that it will repeat through the cycle again. So the fifth derivative will be negative sine, just like the first derivative. The sixth derivative will be negative cosine, just like the second derivative. The seventh derivative will be a positive sine, just like the third derivative. And by the eighth derivative, we'll return back to the original. Now, we can generalize this to every fourth derivative goes back to the original by saying that the 4n derivative of x will equal to cosine of x, where n here is a positive integer. So that's telling us that every fourth derivative we will return to cosine. Now what we want to find in this problem is the 2003rd derivative of x. And there's no way we're taking 2003 derivatives directly, but we can speculate what this can be. Now 2003 is not divisible by 4. However, 2000 is. And so I can write this as the 2000 derivative, and then take 3 more derivatives beyond there. I'll indicate that by a triple prime. The 2000 derivative of cosine, since 2000 is divisible by 4, will return back to cosine. So what we have here is cosine and then triple prime. Well, let's take these 3 derivatives one at a time. So the derivative of cosine is negative sine. I now have 2 more derivatives left. The derivative of negative sine is negative cosine. I have 1 more derivative left. And the derivative of cosine is negative sine. We have a double negative here. And this will return to positive sine. And therefore, our 2003rd derivative of x, where f of x equals cosine of x, will be sine of x.